All right, boys, so went out and got myself a forklift. It's a Towmotor. That's the name of it. I don't know too much about it yet. It's gonna fit nicely in the shop. Little flathead 4-cylinder. Not in bad shape at all for the price I paid for it. Flushing the system out here just with plain water. The air filter off of here is the oil bath air filter. This I didn't get a video of it because it was so bad that it was difficult to have dirty hands and everything at the same time. And the bottom of this was really thick with just the worst grease you can imagine. And just starting to clean this up now. I want to unpack this and clean all the packing and then repack it. All right, so just a little update, changing the oil in this. Couldn't get the oil plug out, so have to suck it out with the vacuum pump and just have it down in here, down in the dipstick hole. So I just decided that I'm gonna go ahead and just repack it with this stuff. Got a couple of those from Central Tractor today. Or not Central Tractor, Tractor Supply. So just gonna go ahead and change the spark plugs out here. I already got one out, and I always just plug the hole just to make sure nothing falls in there, but little new ones. This is what the old ones look like. Pretty shot, so go ahead and switch those out. So here it is, repacked. That's all the new packing in there, and this is what was in there, and this was soaked in kerosene and then rinsed in the parts washer vigorously, and you can see all the crap that was left in there. I'm glad that I got the stuff to repack it. Okay, so new spark plugs in there. Those look good. And here's the old ones. This one scared me. That was a scary one, but we got her. So just gotta change the oil filter now. All right, guys, so a little bit of progress. Just want to show you where I'm at. This is the radiator fluid that got drained and flushed. That's the garbage. This is the oil that was in the engine that got, I had to suck out through the dipstick, and you can tell that wasn't near time to change that. For the air filter, the oil bath air filter, new key switch, that was easy. Spark plugs, oil filter, and a couple of seals, oil filter seal and the oil cap seal. So that's where it's at. That's what we're looking like now. Got this all cleaned up. That thing was a nightmare. The stuff that was in the bottom of that oil pan was horrific. The new oil filter in here, that's awesome. That was really easy, just a cartridge filter, pretty standard. All the linkages are nice and tight and lubed. Rerouted the LP line. They basically had this LP line wrapped around the neck of the radiator and just had it sort of loosely hanging. So I went ahead and drilled and tapped a spot here in this plate for just one of these electrical hooks, and there's actually felt around that, so it's nice and protected. I wrapped this line with electrician's tape as well, just to give it some extra cushion. Did this again over here, and just used one of these electrical hold downs, just to sort of, you know, it's not super tight, but it's not going anywhere either. Wiring fixed up. I put the floorboards and stuff back on just to kind of drive it out and sweep the floor because it was disgusting underneath there. Zerk fittings, everywhere where you see a grease fitting, every Zerk fitting got greased. Down there, there's some under the sheet metal that you don't see, but they're done, they're greased. All of the linkages, the rods and the kingpins and all that stuff, where all those grease fittings got greased. So not going to be able to get a paint job on it right away, which kind of kills me, but it's in the Northeast and it's in the single digits. It looks like it's going to warm up here in a little bit, but it's been in the single digits recently, and there's just no way to pressure wash this, and it has to be, all the sheet metal has to come off and be pressure washed and prepped before I paint it. So probably a springtime project, but it's good, man. It doesn't leak any fluid. It runs good. So far, so good. No major problems. So here's the current seating arrangement. It's basically just this foam pad with this kind of Naugahyde stuff on here or whatever, which I don't hate. I mean, I'm gonna do something similar probably, but it's just, you know, it's just wore out and dry rotted and stuff, but that's not too bad. Just like 2x4s with 4x4s, and they're just kind of sitting in here. And I don't hate the fact that it's wood. It has to be better. So we're gonna figure out a way to kind of get something in here that's a little more permanent, something like this with a hinge, some hinges or whatever, and make this kind of a better compartment. But that's all right, guys. So these I don't know what you call them, dog pins or capture pins or whatever, that stop the forks from sliding in and out, are missing. So I was gonna try 1/2 inch, but it's pretty loose in there, and I want something to be a little bit tighter of a diameter. Tried 5/8, and it's just slightly too big, and I'm worried that if I turn the diameter down, that top that I leave the shoulder is gonna get caught down in there and get crimped and get caught. So what I'm gonna do is cutting a chunk of this off, I'm just gonna turn it down in the lathe and make a couple of pins out of this heavy stuff. All right, so here we go. Pretty tight fit because it's kind of dirty in there, but there they are. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'm gonna keep posting videos about it, so stay tuned. Thanks.